What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers Advice. Today, man, we're going to look at the Panthers schedule. Now, I know I'm about 3 or 4 days late on this. I apologize for that. But week 1, they play the Saints. And we're going to find out early if Bryce Young has improved or not. He wasn't too hot against the Saints last year. We know they love to play in that cover 2 look, so we're going to find out early. Can Bryce find his guys in the middle of the field? Is Sanders, the rookie tight end, is he going to be a factor, right? Because that cover 2 look, you want to hit that middle of the field. Safeties each have a half, right? Can the Panthers take advantage of the Saints week 1, man? Let's keep it going. Week 2 is going to be interesting because this team traded away a lot of their pieces. And that's going to be the Chargers. The Chargers traded away Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. So they're going to have a pretty young receiving core. That defense also needs some work. This is going to be an interesting game. They have talent, but they're kind of in that rebuilding stage just like the Panthers, the Raiders. Another interesting one right here. You got Devontae Adams. And then their quarterback room, you got Minshew, you got AOC. We'll see what happens there. That defense is good, but that offense, we'll see what happens there. Week 4, Joey B, Jamar Chase, but they did lose Mixon, so we'll see what happens. What I'm hoping for is that J.C. Horn can stay healthy till at least week 4, so we have somebody to put on Jamar Chase, right? If J.C. Horn is hurt week 4, it may be rough this year. Let's keep it going. Who do we have week 5? Let's take a look right here. And week 5 is the Bears. So the Bears, we got to talk about this one. Obviously, we know they have Caleb Williams, they have DeAndre Swift, they have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. So 2 very good receivers when it comes to route running. Keenan Allen, top of the line right there. DJ Moore, as we know, unfortunately. And then they bring the rookie from Washington, Rome Odunze. I think I'm saying that right. So off the jump, 3 great receivers. Now, obviously, Rome has to prove himself in the NFL, but based on college, he can definitely run some routes. So they got Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze. Cole Kmet's a pretty good tight end, too. So that offense, man, that offense is good. Week 5 is going to be interesting. Now, obviously, Caleb Williams, he's a rookie. We'll see how he does. But, man, the Bears, they've got a pretty good team. You know, 3 great receivers. DeAndre Swift, too, is a pretty good running back. Not bad. You got Herbert as a backup. The Bears game's going to be interesting. Let's see who we got. Week 6, the Falcons. They bring Kirk Cousins and they draft Michael as well from Washington. That was an interesting move. Let me know what you guys think of that. You know, the Falcons spending all that money on Kirk Cousins and then drafting Michael from Washington. That was interesting. Next up is going to be the Commanders. Now, at first, I was like, okay, Commanders, they're in that rebuilding stage. No. The Commanders actually have a pretty decent team. For receivers, they've got Dotson, they've got Terry McLaurin, and they brought in Christian McCaffrey's brother as well. So, those are their first 3 receivers, I believe. They have Austin Eckler, too, and they have Jaden Daniels out of LSU. And I thought he was pretty good. Looking at his footwork, his fundamentals, his vision, Commanders have a pretty good team. Now, the offense has always been decent. It's just their defense that needs some work. Next up is the Broncos. Now, the Broncos took Bo Nix, rookie out of Oregon. So that whole offense is changing too. They move on from Russell Wilson. So as you can see, man, the Panthers are going to be playing a lot of young quarterbacks this year. Let's see who we got week 9. Week 9 is going to be the Saints right here. So week 1, week 9, about an 8-week difference right there. Hopefully we see some improvement when we verse the Saints again. You know, week 1 I want to win, but hopefully by week 9 we see some improvement. Week 10, man, this one's going to be interesting. You know, they get Malik Neighbors out of LSU, one hell of a receiver. And then obviously, as we know, they have Brian Burns, which, man, that's rough because in Germany, we're going to see Brian Burns, except he's going to be on the other side. So it's going to be interesting, this game. The Giants have a pretty good receiving core. They lose Saquon Barkley. So we'll see. Did they make enough additions in that O-line room to really help out Daniel Jones, especially since he won't have Barkley? That's going to be interesting to watch. Let's see who we play week 11. So it looks like we don't play anybody week 11. We get the bye week, and then week 12 we take on Kansas City. So we go overseas, play Brian Burns, Daniel Jones in Germany, come home, have a bye week, and then verse the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited for this game. I'm not going to lie to you because I want to see how this team does, especially on defense. You know, we made a lot of additions to our front seven. You got Jadeveon Clowney, you got DJ Wanham, you got Jewel from the Broncos, right? We got some DB help, we got some safety help. We're going to be tested week 12. I can tell you that much. Whether it's Kelsey, whether it's Mahomes, they got Xavier Worthy a few picks before we did. We're going to be tested. And I think Rashee Rice will probably be back by then too. So week 12, man, hopefully the Panthers come out strong. Otherwise, it might be a long day. Let's see what we're doing week 13. Week 13 is going to be the Bucs. Now, this is going to be interesting because this was Dave's old team, right? And they have Baker Mayfield. They got Mike Evans. They got that whole squad back. It's going to be interesting to see who has the advantage here because the Bucs obviously know what Dave likes, right? When it comes to the offense, they know what he wants to do. But Dave also knows how Baker works and he knows his weakness and strengths. So it's going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be a chess match, and it's definitely more interesting that we don't play the Bucs until week 13, man. Let's keep it going. Let's see who we're playing week 14. So it looks like week 14, they take on Philly. Now, this is interesting. You go from Mahomes to Baker to Jalen Hurts. Chiefs, Bucs, Eagles. The defense is going to be tested. It's a good thing we got that bye week. Because then after that, it's the Cowboys. Right? So you got Dak, you got Baker, you got Hurts, you got Mahomes. Whew. 4-game stretch, man. That's going to be rough. Week 16, they're going to take on the Arizona Cardinals. So a lot of dual threat quarterbacks, man. And the Cardinals went out and drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. So as you can see, man, the Panthers are playing a lot of rookies this year, a lot of top ones at that. And then they go on and play the Bucs again after that. Towards the end of the season, this schedule, the Panthers are going to get tested. For the good or for the bad, they're going to get tested. Let's see who is week 18. Who is the final game of the season? It is the Falcons. Kirk Cousins. You know, I'm hoping for a good season when it's all said and done. I felt like the front office went out, made a ton of moves. And again, we're in a rebuilding stage, so it's going to take a couple years. You can't go out and make all the moves. We'll see what works, what didn't work. Draft next year, free agency next year, trades, whatever, right? So I'm hoping for a good season this year. We'll see what happens. That back half, they're going to be tested. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. More content coming soon.